When your dog licks your hand, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's sweet. And yes, it happens so often you've probably stopped noticing it. But behind that small gesture, there's something more deliberate than most owners ever realize. Something layered. Something that's been going on every single time. That little tongue isn't random. It isn't just habit. And it isn't just about salt. Every lick carries meaning. The kind that says something about who you are to them and how deeply they actually know you. And stay with us, because one of these reasons is something most owners never find out about. It's the one that happens on your hardest days, the one that arrives before you've said a word to anyone. When you understand it, you'll never brush off that little tongue the same way again. Let's start with what that lick actually means. Have you ever had your dog walk straight up to you, ignore every other surface in the room, and start licking your hand like it's the most important thing they've done all day? Maybe right after you got home. Maybe for no obvious reason at all. Most people have a simple explanation. You taste good, skin has salt, dogs like salt. That's it. But here's what most owners don't realize. That lick isn't a sensory reflex. It's a greeting, the oldest one their species carries. Wolves returning to the pack were met this way. Licking the face and hands of a trusted returning member wasn't random affection. It was a ritual, a declaration. It said, "You left, you came back, and that matters." Your dog inherited every part of that. Canine ethologists have documented that wolf pups licking the muzzle of a returning dominant pack member is one of the oldest greeting rituals in the species, a behavior so deeply encoded it transferred intact into domestic dogs. Across thousands of years of evolution, your dog didn't invent this gesture, they inherited it. And they're performing it for the same reason wolf pups always have, because you are the one who came back. This isn't about salt. It never was. It's about the fact that you were gone, and now you're here, and your dog needed you to know they noticed. They didn't lick the floor. They didn't lick the couch. They came straight to you, because you were the one who came back. Has your dog ever licked your hand and then just paused? Stayed close? Maybe licked again, slowly, like they were checking something. Like they were listening to something you weren't saying out loud. Most people assume it's simple affection, a soft moment. Nothing more than comfort filling a quiet space. But here's what most owners never think about. Your dog's tongue is a sensing organ of extraordinary precision. When they lick your hand, they aren't just making contact. They're chemically reading you, your stress levels, your cortisol, the adrenaline traces that appear on your skin before you've consciously registered them yourself. That pause after the lick isn't your dog zoning out. It's your dog processing what they just found. Researchers at Bristol Veterinary School, publishing in 2024, found that dogs exposed to the scent of a stressed person, someone they had never even met, responded differently than dogs exposed to a calm scent, no visual cues, no sound. Just the chemical information in the air, and the dogs read it every time. Your dog isn't waiting for you to tell them how your day went. They already know. Every lick is a quiet check-in run entirely for your benefit, not theirs. They're not asking for something. They're making sure you're okay. That lick on a Tuesday evening when you hadn't told anyone anything, they already knew. They were just the only one checking. If any of this is changing the way you see those small, everyday moments, hit that like button and subscribe. It's how we reach more dog owners who actually want to understand what their dog is telling them. Why the hand, though? Of all the places your dog could press their nose or rest their head, why is it always the hand they come back to? Have you ever wondered why this one gesture shows up in every mood, every moment, every version of your dog? Most people think it's practical. Hands are out, hands touch food, dogs learned where to look. But here's what most owners never realize. The hand isn't convenient, it's significant. In dog developmental biology, licking hands and faces is the first bonding behavior puppies direct toward humans beginning as early as 3 weeks old. Not because hands smell like food, because hands were the first place that felt safe. That didn't go away. It never does. Behavioral scientists have established that the window during which puppies form their deepest social attachments, the period when trust with humans is first built, runs from approximately 3 to 12 weeks of age. It is the most intensively studied finding in canine developmental science. What happens in those weeks doesn't fade. It becomes the foundation everything else is built on. Your dog didn't randomly decide her hand was worth something. That decision was made in the earliest weeks of their life, and it hasn't changed since. Every time your dog finds your hand, they are returning to the first place they ever felt safe with a human. You didn't teach them this. Something older than training placed your hand at the center of everything they trust. You might not have been there for that very first moment, but you're the reason they're still doing it. Have you ever noticed that your dog doesn't always lick the same way? Sometimes it's quick and light, a single pass. Sometimes it's slow and deliberate, like they're making a point. Sometimes they keep going long after you'd expect them to stop. Same dog, same gesture, completely different feeling each time. Most owners don't give this much thought. The dog is licking. It varies. That's just how dogs are. But here's what most people miss entirely. The variation isn't random. It's intentional. Animal behaviorists have documented that dogs modulate licking pressure and duration in direct response to the emotional state of the person they're bonded to. A slow, sustained lick is not the same gesture as a quick greeting lick. It is a different communication, one directed specifically toward individuals showing distress, tension, or unusual stillness, not toward strangers, toward the person they've decided is theirs. Canine behaviorists studying affiliative signals have documented that dogs modulate licking duration and pressure in direct response to the emotional state of the individual they're bonded with. This is distinct from greeting licks slower, longer, and directed specifically toward individuals showing tension or distress. It has a name in behavioral science, a social calming signal, and your dog performs it without being taught. The long, slow lick is not your dog being clingy. It is the only form of comfort they have aimed directly at you. Your dog has more than one lick. They have a greeting, and they have a comfort. The slow one, the one that keeps going, is them saying, "I can feel something is off. I'm here. I'm not leaving until you feel it too." The next time they hold the lick a beat longer than usual, that's not habit. That's them telling you they noticed. And they're not going anywhere. Have you noticed that something shifts when your dog licks your hand? Not just emotionally, physically. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw unclenches. Something releases that you didn't realize you were holding. And your dog seems to settle too, like the moment calmed both of you at once. Most people put this down to the general comfort of being with their dog. A nice moment. The body softens because it's pleasant. Simple as that. But here's what most owners have no idea is actually happening. The physical release isn't incidental. It's biological. Contact initiated by a bonded dog, including licking, triggers a measurable oxytocin release in the human body. and it triggers one in the dog simultaneously. This is not a metaphor for connection. It is the chemistry of it, running in both directions at once. A landmark study from Asabu University in Japan, published in 2015 in the journal Science, found that contact between dogs and their owners produces significant bilateral oxytocin release in both the human and the dog at the same time. Not one-sided, both of you. The same bonding chemistry that connects a mother to her newborn, activated between you and your dog by something as quiet as a lick on the hand. This isn't your dog doing something for you. This is something happening to both of you in the same moment. The lick is not one-directional care. It's a loop. Your calm feeds their calm. Their contact deepens yours. You are not just receiving something when your dog reaches for your hand. You are regulating each other the way bonded creatures have always done. Both of you stilling, both of you exhaling. Not because anything was said, but because something was shared. And your dog felt every bit of it too. You've had a day like this, the kind where you walked in carrying something heavy, something you hadn't told anyone about. And before you'd sat down, before you'd said a word, your dog was already there, already licking your hand, already close in a way that felt different. Most people think their dog picked up on something visible, the way you moved, the look on your face. They reacted to what they could see. But here's what most owners don't realize. They didn't need to see anything. The chemical signature of your distress was already present on your skin, in your breath before you crossed the threshold. Your dog didn't read your face. They read the air. And they had already decided what to do about it before you walked through the door. Research from Queen's University Belfast, published in 2022, confirmed that dogs detect human stress through volatile organic compounds in breath and sweat with accuracy significantly above chance. The dogs identified stressed samples correctly before any behavioral display from the human subject, before a word, before a gesture, before anything. They weren't reacting. They were already there. Think about every hard evening your dog has ever pressed close to you. They didn't come because you looked like you needed them. They came because they already knew and chose to move toward you anyway. That is not instinct. Instinct would say assess. What your dog does instead is come closer every single time. That little tongue on your hand wasn't a reflex. It wasn't habit. It was your dog saying the only way they know how. I already knew, and I came to you anyway. That was never a small thing. It never will be.